Hello everyone, and welcome to Doors of Trithius. It's a quite interesting game that borrows mechanics from, I think, a few games, but definitely builds on them. It's an RPG, it's a tactical RPG, but you manage only one character. Unfortunately, not a roguelike, which is a bit of a shame, but I saw on their roadmap that they are planning to introduce the kind of hardcore mode with Permadeath, which is going to be pretty right up my alley. But when it comes to the things that this game does quite interestingly, first of all, you have this kind of living world, so you can actually see it maybe a little bit on this animation playing on the home screen. You have different factions, and they, a bunch of different cities in the world map. They're connected with each other, and if you do quests for some cities, you increase their prosperity, meaning that you kind of have access to new traders, etc. Which kind of is like somewhat what, let's say, Battle Brothers did a little bit, right? But there's a way more to that. So you have the world map, similarly like you have in, let's say, Caves of Cod. But then each tile on the world map, just like in Caves of Cod, is its own smaller map, which I believe then is randomly generated. So similar setup to Caves of Cod in that sense. And another thing is that you kind of have a completely different skill and level up system that you have in many games. So kind of tied a little bit to, let's say, the old school Elder Scrolls, or not only old school Elder Scrolls, but especially it was more prevalent there, is you kind of level up everything as you do it. And then also leveling up, kind of doing anything is going to grant you knowledge points or wisdom points, which is their kind of equivalent of XP. So you can actually level up your character quite effectively by doing kind of anything, whether it would be crafting, whether it would be fighting, or anything like that. And you kind of don't you have to discover skills. So when you start, you have access to certain amounts of skills, and then you kind of have to discover the other ones. And then when you discover them, you can spend some points to actually learn them and start kind of improving in them, which is kind of a interesting setup. And on top of that, actually, one more thing is that when you level up, you don't gain any HP or stats or anything like that. You kind of only get to improve your character through those either abilities, or if you want to have more HP, etc., it's going to be through your gear. So you want to kind of maybe have some crafting to be able to add specific things to the gear, enchantment, etc. So a lot of different mechanics that kind of, I think, build it into quite a kind of interesting game. As you can tell, I know a little bit about it already, but I haven't played much more than maybe like an hour or something, just to kind of figure out what is it about. So let's jump into it without further ado. It's been already a very fucking long intro. Let's see. Oh, and like I said, the game is in early access. There are some quests, but I think none of the quest lines are finished yet. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind. Right, so what do we have? We have a knight. As you can see, here are some traits that he has, and then also skills, right? So that's kind of what I mentioned, is that you're going to have a major skill in chivalry, and then you could actually be able to select 2 other minor skills, and then everything else will be just unknown to you unless you discover it. I don't really like playing as knights, even though melee characters are generally quite nice to start with in games like this, because it's easier to kind of learn everything. Traveler, I do love this trait. Extra wisdom from all sources. Terrible barter, don't care. Minor skill in Traveler and 2 minor skills. Traveler might be good. Okay, Chef. Chef is really nice because in this game, your primary way of healing is through food and potions. And obviously, potions are not super relevant. Food is much more. So you kind of, want to be able to cook quite well. Especially that, so there's no, like, as far as I understand at least, there's no rest to heal command or anything like this, like let's say in Caves of Cod. And you do have your main like passive regeneration, but it is painfully slow. So you would have to spend like I don't know, forever basically passing turns to maybe heal a bit without food. So that's why Chef pretty nice. Then we have Druid, Paramancer, Pulmonar. I don't think I want to start with a mage. I do like playing mage characters, but maybe not when I'm still just doing the initial learning. We have a Brawler. It doesn't start with any skills, which I don't like, so that's immediately a no. Hunter could be fun. Street Urchin, only a major skill. I think I would like to have a bit more. Move speed, maximum fatigue, 2 combat skill, 1 physical. Heavy armor item. So mercenary, that's probably really good. Life steal, that's pretty good as well. I think I'm going to start with a traveler though. I love having passive bonuses to XP. Alright, so we have traveler, we can unlock 2 more. Reading might be good because, yeah, in this game, you don't know how to read at the beginning. And there is quite, I know already in the starting dungeon, there's quite a few books. So I think I'll grab reading. And then, Quarter Mastery is really good. Because you kind of want that gear maintenance. Medicine though. Cooking. You know what? I'm going to grab cooking actually. Right, armor durability, inventory storage. That would kind of combat our minus 20%. Okay, fast learner. Then now we are starting with plus 12% wisdom, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Combat trickery, repeat attack chance, pretty good. I'm going to take attack speed. Attack speed usually is pretty goddamn good in games like this. Maximum damage on all weapons. Triple chance, crit damage, crit chance. Ooh, we get like super experience boost. You know what? Hell yeah, let's go with that. Alright. Let's do this. What do we have? Let's throw ourselves some beard as well. There we go, that looks like a good traveler. Start with Shiv. Alright. Oh, actually you have some cooked food in the beginning. Focus potion. Bone broth. Resistant. And health. Okay. That's pretty good. Invisibility. Ooh. That's going to be really good for escaping. Instant use time. That's really good to know that all these potions are actually instant. Alright, that seems pretty good. We have our Cthulhu Azaroth. Start with a Traveler. Okay. Let's see. So, these are all of our masteries. With weapons, we start with blades and daggers. So what can we pick up? We have 1 focus point. Okay, we need to straight up 2 focus points for any of this. Great. Let's see what we have in daggers, though. Okay, here we can get something. Attack speed while using daggers. Accuracy. Ooh. I think I want to get attack speed, honestly. I can also save up. Which might be good. But then save up for this. Dealing 10 true damage with 100% bleed chance. That actually would be really, really nice. I think I want to save up for this. And this one is what? Plus 8 accuracy and 20% bleed chance. It's a toggle. Ooh, yeah, I want to save up on this 100%. All right, and then we have skills. So this is the stuff we started with. We have a travel. We have 2 points in here. View distance, okay. Travel fortitude, sure. See, your current location viewing a world map. That's actually pretty helpful to have. I'm not gonna lie. Avoid wilderness events. I don't think I want to necessarily avoid those events, to be honest. Honestly, probably want to know where I am on the map. That would be pretty good. And then we can probably do this travel fortitude. Wait. Yeah, let's reduce our wariness. Why not? Then for cooking, what do we start with? We don't start with any food, so, well, we have this, but that's already ready to eat. So instead, I'm going to wait with this until I see what we receive. And then reading. What do we have? Books are more commonly found. While studying a book, gain 25% hunger avoidance and plus 5% wisdom. Ooh, I like that. Study speed plus an additional 1 for each. Okay. I like plus this. That's pretty good. But honestly, I think I'll grab that. And then mobile scholar, don't need that. Let's get more books. Sure. Okay, seems pretty good for now. Let's see what we find in this starting dungeon. All right, okay, combat, sure. Yeah, so you can see with the attack speed, it kind of follows similar stuff as lots of games really nowadays, which if you have, or turn-based games, if you have more attack speed or quickness or anything like that, you every whatever turn you might do a double attack. So you can see like I'm attacking twice basically for every one of his attacks. Okay, so wait for him to close. Yeah, and as you can see, the passive health gain, very slow. Okay. Peasant pot recipe. Let's learn this. Okay. Can I dual wield? No, I can't. But I did is I unlocked staffs and bludgeoning. So as you can see, discovering skills is, you know, relatively easy. You have many ways of discovering stuff. Some of them, though, as far as I understand, are a little bit more hidden. Okay, we got some hunger, so I don't really need to heal that much, so I'm just going to eat the carrot. And let's deal with the rat. Luckily, the snake is sleeping. That was a lot of damage. There we go. And we leveled up. So now we are level 2 in daggers. We actually instantly got 1 focus point in bludgeoning. That's pretty good. I'm going to just spend it on this. And sure, we can get some speed. Right, so we have level 2 daggers, and I really wanted this. So let's get the Butcher's Bloodlust. Okay, antidote, potion unidentified. So you can see that this game has some roguelike mechanics, right? Like I have a potion, it's identified. Who knows what it does? I can risk it and still drink it. I can't throw it, unfortunately, at someone. But as you can see, there are some like basic there we go. Perfect. And send pair. Okay, it's actually pair attack, so I can actually have it turned on. Yeah, right click to expect, sure. Alright, let's deal with the snake. Nice. We got level 2 in blades. What can we get here? On all adjacent foes. I mean, I try not to really fight more than one if I can do it. And delivering slash with minus 30% damage, but we reduce their accuracy. That's decent. -1 attack energy cost. Okay, that's pretty good. And here, wound specialist. Oh, definitely want that. Definitely want that. So we go with liberating slash then. Alright. Let's see. We still have more rooms in here. Okay, let's just make sure we fight with one of them at a time. Okay, so we did get poisoned. Let's use this antidote. And we discovered medicine, which is great. And now we actually leveled up already. Yeah, this all of these wisdom bonuses is actually pretty sweet. Okay. We got bread recipe, which is great. Let's see. A baked potato. Okay. So we have raw meat. So probably meat preparation would be something good for us. We don't have any potatoes or eggs. Doesn't pot, tomato and carrot, and it needs vegetable cutting and boiling. Okay, well, that's 2. It's quite a lot. Baking. I think I'm going to go with meal prep. So let's look at our skills. Cooking. Yeah, meat prep. Boiling. I mean, baking. Okay, what else do we had? We can do this. Healing. We have 2 recipes that require boiling, so it would be pretty good. But, well, right now anyway, I don't have anything for it, so it's fine. I don't... I just need to eat something just for the sake of eating, really. My HP is pretty good. That's going to be only 3 HP, so let's eat one of them. Survival skill discovered from berries. Interesting. Okay, where was the bed? Here is the bed. We can level up. Deep sleep. In your dream, you are a powerful beast, roaming the oceans and devouring everything in your way. The only thing you cannot devour is the sun, which smiles as it taunts you from the sky. Okay, so you can see we got 7 wisdom from medicine, 5 from cooking, so quite a lot. I probably want to level up or unlock medicine. So now, with medicine, we can actually... also a bonus to natural healing, which is really nice. And now we can start to learn how to craft bandages, splints, and antidotes. Torches. Okay. Basic first aid is probably going to be the way. But let's see what we'll need. I don't really need to learn any of these things for now. We'll see, like, if I get poisoned a lot and I will need maybe some more antidotes, then I will try to learn this. Or if we run out of bandages. Okay, so this is locked. Okay, I think basically covered... yeah, we covered everything. Let's go down. Let's see, what do we find here? I've never leveled up before on the... well, I've played only one time before for like an hour, but it took me definitely way more than one floor to level up. So this bonus to all of the XP is going on really nicely for us. Nice, okay. Go. Yeah, and applying a lot of bleed. Alright, let's... Alright, gold. Yeah, so now we... oh, I have already... oh, I thought you need to actually have quarter mastery, which I don't. But alright. I also already know... oh no, I don't have antidote formulation. Okay, yeah, there we go. I can get wood, don't really need that for now. Although, I mean, I'm not going to be using that, so I might as well salvage that. Going to get... yeah, quarter mastery discovered. We also get some skills for salvaging. Enchantment. Ooh. Very nice. Equip that. I can salvage this. Going to give us some XP as well. Alright, we... there we go. Nice, more raw meat, which is perfect. for cooking. Splint, that's very nice. And raw egg. Okay, so probably going to go with boiling next.